The most powerful force in the universe is a woman who has discovered the fire within herself. For centuries, women have carried within them profound sources of strength and wisdom, knowledge passed down through generations, only to be forgotten or deliberately erased. Today, we rediscover these ancient secrets of feminine power that have sustained women through the darkest of times. In today's modern world as women, we're told to be thin but not too thin, beautiful but natural, smart but not intimidating, ambitious but nurturing, a perfect mother but also a career woman, to speak up for ourselves but not be difficult, to be a leader but never bossy. It's an impossible game where the rules keep changing. We're expected to somehow solve world hunger while maintaining a size 0 figure and perfect hair. We study years for degrees, only to be asked when we'll settle down and have children. We're told to lean in at work, then criticized for not being present enough at home. The constant contradictory expectations have left millions of us feeling broken, inadequate, and disconnected from our true power. We've been taught to measure our worth through a distorted lens, one that values appearance over substance, pleasing others over fulfilling ourselves, and achievement over well-being. What if I told you that for thousands of years, women knew something we've forgotten? What if our ancestors understood a truth so revolutionary that patriarchal societies spent centuries trying to erase it? What if the key to unshakable inner strength has been hidden in plain sight all along? Ancient women didn't try to meet impossible standards. They tapped into something deeper, something society couldn't control, an internal power source that no external force could diminish. Secret number 1. Resilient flexibility. Ancient bamboo scrolls describe how Chinese empresses adopted the philosophy of bamboo, bending without breaking. In practice, when facing criticism or opposition, don't harden or break. Instead, acknowledge the force, absorb what's useful, and use the momentum to strengthen your position. Use the 3 breaths technique. Inhale deeply. Visualize yourself as flexible bamboo, and exhale tension before responding to any challenge. Secret number 2. Cyclical wisdom. The priestesses of ancient Greece honored their emotional cycles as sources of insight. They understood that energy ebbs and flows naturally, and they worked with these rhythms instead of against them. In practice, track your energy, creativity, and emotional patterns for 1 month alongside the moon phases. Identify when you naturally feel more reflective versus energetic. Schedule important work and rest accordingly. When you feel low energy, recognize it as your natural time for insight, rather than a failure of productivity. To make this easier, moon journals exist specifically to help you track these shifts, offering guided reflections and prompts to align your life with your natural cycles. Secret number 3. Embodied intuition. Egyptian women practiced belly listening, placing hands on their abdomens when making crucial decisions. In practice, before making important choices, place 1 hand on your lower abdomen, your sacral center. Ask your question, then notice what physical sensations arise: warmth, tightness, expansion, or contraction. These are your body's signals of intuitive knowing that bypass analytical thought. Secret number 4. Sacred boundaries. Mesopotamian goddesses were depicted with clear territorial lines. In practice, create a physical representation of your boundaries. Draw a circle and write what's allowed inside versus outside. For digital boundaries, set specific times when you're unavailable and communicate them clearly. Practice saying, "That doesn't work for me," without explaining or apologizing, starting with low-stakes situations. Secret number 5. Transformative grief. In ancient Celtic traditions, women were keeners who led communities through loss. In practice, create a 15-minute grief ritual. Place objects representing your losses in a special container. Speak to each loss directly, expressing everything you feel without censoring. Close by acknowledging how this loss has transformed you. This prevents emotional stagnation that depletes strength. Secret number 6. Communal power. Native American women governed through consensus, understanding that feminine strength multiplies in community. In practice, establish a monthly circle of trusted women who commit to honesty without competition. These sacred gatherings are re-emerging worldwide under various names: red tent circles, women's drumming circles, moon lodges, and goddess temples. Search online for these gatherings in your local area, or be bold and start your own, with just 2 to 3 friends initially. Create a structure where each woman speaks uninterrupted for 5 minutes about her challenges and wisdom. End by identifying one action each woman will take to support another's growth before the next gathering. Secret number 7. Shadow integration. Kali, the Hindu goddess, embraces both creation and destruction. In practice, identify an emotion you habitually suppress: anger, jealousy, desire, ambition. Create a written dialogue between yourself and this emotion, as if it were a messenger with wisdom to share. Ask, what are you trying to protect me from? And what power would be released if I embraced you? This transforms perceived weaknesses into sources of strength. Secret number 8. Receptive strength. Taoist women understood that strength isn't always about pushing. It can also come from being open and allowing things to unfold naturally, like a river slowly shaping a mountain. In practice, for 1 week, try valley listening in conversations. Stay fully present and listen without planning your response. Notice how your presence creates space for others to reveal themselves more fully. This same approach applies to challenges in life. Instead of reacting with force, pause and ask yourself, how can I stay open and let the right solution emerge? Sometimes, the strongest move is to create space and allow things to flow. Secret number 9. Rhythmic resilience. African women use drumming and movement to process trauma collectively. In practice, create a personal rhythm practice, even 5 minutes of drumming on your desk, dancing to powerful music, or simply walking with intentional steps, while breathing deeply can shift emotional energy from stuck to flowing. When feeling overwhelmed, match your breathing to a steady beat to re-establish your internal rhythm. Secret number 10. Sovereign compassion. Buddhist female monastics practiced fierce compassion, loving deeply while maintaining unwavering boundaries. In practice, when caring for others, check in with yourself every hour using the question, am I giving from fullness or depletion? Create a non-negotiable daily self-care ritual that replenishes you. Practice the phrase, I care for you and I care for myself, to replace I care for you, but I need to care for myself. Perhaps the most profound secret lies in the ancient wisdom of fire. Consider what happens to gold when placed in flames. It doesn't burn or disintegrate. It purifies, releasing its impurities and emerging more valuable, more radiant than before. In ancient India, female mystics called yoginis embodied this transformative principle. When faced with life's crucibles, grief, betrayal, loss, they didn't harden themselves as protection. Instead, they entered the flames willingly, allowing difficulty to burn away everything that wasn't their true essence. One such yogini, when asked how she maintained her power through unspeakable hardship, explained, "I do not fear the fire of life. I allow it to forge me until only my purest self remains." Modern women are taught that strength means never showing vulnerability, never admitting weakness, never letting our defenses down. We build walls instead of boundaries. We numb instead of feel. We push through instead of surrendering to transformation. But what if, like gold in fire, our greatest power comes not from avoiding life's challenges, but from allowing them to refine us? What if our essence, our unique brilliance and gifts, can only be revealed when we stop fighting against the flames of difficult circumstances? These 10 secrets from our ancestors remind us that feminine power has never been about denying our sensitivity, but about transforming it into strength. By bending without breaking, honoring our cycles, trusting our bodies, setting sacred boundaries, embracing grief, connecting in community, integrating our shadows, practicing receptivity, expressing emotion, and embodying compassionate sovereignty, we become like gold in the crucible, revealing our most radiant essence precisely through life's fiercest challenges. Unlock your power now. Drop a comment with which ancient secret resonated deepest with your soul. Don't keep this wisdom hidden. Share this video with every woman who needs to remember her power. Subscribe to her Knowledge Keeper and join our sacred sisterhood of modern-day wisdom carriers. The flame of feminine knowledge has been kept alive for thousands of years. Now it's your turn to carry it forward. Be the keeper of wisdom that future generations will thank you for. Hit that notification bell and never miss the ancient secrets that our ancestors fought to preserve.